Hi, I'm Bunny Cakes and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 15 weird questions tag. If you watched my video yesterday, you'll know that I'm feeling like death warmed over, so I'm going to be doing some light and easy videos, and also that's why I look like this. So the first question is, what is a nickname only your family calls you? I don't really have a nickname that only my family calls me. I have nicknames that a few select people call me because I have sort of granted them permission to, or I see them as having special circumstances. A few of my friends still call me Patty, which is a nickname that I went by when I was younger, and most of the people who used to call me Patty aren't in my life anymore for various reasons, but there are still a select few friends that can call me Patty without making me want to like hit things or making me grind my teeth. What is a weird habit of yours? I would have to say it's the fact that there are certain foods that I don't eat whole. I pick them apart. For example, pizza. I will pick off the toppings and then the cheese, and then I'll lick the sauce off the bread, and then I'll eat the bread. It's just a weird thing I do, and I generally only do it with takeout pizza. Like if I make pizza at home, I don't typically do that. And it's not that I want my pizza served deconstructed. I want to pick it apart. I do the same thing with little Debbie's Swiss rolls. I peel off the chocolate layer, and then I'll peel off the chocolate cake, and then I'll lick the cream, and then I'll eat what's left. It's just a weird thing I do. I don't know why I started doing it or when I started doing it. Another weird thing I eat is, and I know actually why I started it, is Reese's Cups. I like to eat them cold, and I like to take my thumbs and poke out the middle and eat that bit, and then eat around the edges. And I started doing that because when I was really little, there was a Halloween Reese's Cup commercial where the vampire bit into the Reese's Cup and sucked out the peanut butter, and that was my way of pretending to be a vampire. I've always liked horror things, so I wanted to be a vampire. The next question is, do you have any phobias? Yes, I'm afraid of heights, and I'm slightly claustrophobic. What is a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when alone? I don't really have any songs that I secretly love. I don't really buy into the whole guilty pleasure culture thing. I like things or I don't like things. I have sort of bought into popular dislike of things, and then found songs of One Direction where I was like, oh, I really like this song. Who is this? Oh my god, it's One Direction. Okay, I guess. But once I like the song, I don't care that people know it, and I will blast and belt it out regardless of whether I'm alone or not. The next question is, what is one of your biggest pet peeves? I'm going to do two of these, one for YouTube and one for not YouTube. My biggest YouTube pet peeve is when people ask you to subscribe to their channel, at the very beginning of their videos. Like when they go, hi, I'm such and such and welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. It just annoys me to no end, because why would I subscribe to your channel if I literally don't know anything about you? And clearly I don't if it's within the first 5 minutes of me being at your video. That being said, I'm not super snobby about who I like and subscribe on YouTube. It's just, that is a thing that turns me off to YouTubers. For the real life one, I would have to say, there are so many. I'm going to go with people who stand in your way in grocery stores, or like have big group meetings in grocery stores, in like the areas where it's not out of the way. Like, for instance, at my Walmart, it is not uncommon for like a group of 10 or 12 people, and not people who work there, but just customers, to stand in a huge clump right in the entranceway or right over by the carts. And then when you try to politely get their attention to get them to move away, they typically don't listen and ignore you. And then finally, when you like speak up a little louder and you're like, hey, I need to get past you, they look at you like you're the rudest person in the world. I see it happening like in the middle of aisles too. People will take up like all of the space between their cart and their 17 people in their entourage, and you're just trying to get past. And even if you stay polite, they just look at you like you've ruined their day. Like, how dare you ask them to move out of the way so you can do your shopping? It's just a huge pet peeve I have. The next question is, what is one of your nervous habits? My biggest nervous habit is that I chew the inside of my mouth. It's a habit I've been trying to break, but with very little success. The next question is, what side of the bed do you sleep in? I sleep in the outside part of the bed. We have our bed like up against the wall, and I sleep on the outside of the bed because of my insomnia, and because I need to get up and go to the bathroom or get something to drink like 9,000 times a night, and it's less bothersome for anyone who should happen to be sleeping with me, typically Mace, if I sleep on the outside, so I'm not crawling over things and waking people up. The next question is, what was your first stuffed animal and what was its name? I don't really remember. I remember having a couple of stuffed animals when I was younger, but I don't think I actually named them. I remember I had the stuffed My Little Pony, the old school My Little Ponies, before they gave them the weird ginormous eyes and tiny snouts. But I don't even remember what its actual intended name was. And I also had one of the strawberry shortcake babies, and it was like supposed to look like an infant, and when you squeezed its belly, it had blueberry breath, but I don't remember her name either. Not her intended name or what I might have named her. Let's see. The next question is, what drink do you always order at Starbucks? Our Starbucks is fairly far away, so I don't go there very often, and also I don't like coffee. So I've always ordered so far hot chocolate because we've only been there 3 or 4 times. And yes, I am aware that the hot chocolate at Starbucks is made with mocha instead of straight chocolate. But if you add enough sweet stuff, you can cover up the coffee taste enough that I can handle it. I would like to order some of the non-coffee frappuccinos. And I would like to try some of their tea. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. The next question is, what's the beauty rule that you preach but never practice? It would probably be moisturizing. I really need to do that because I have really dry skin. If you've watched my videos and you've seen me move around, you've seen these patches of eczema on my arms. I sometimes get them on my face. I've got one that has completely taken over my right knee. And moisturizing and also drinking water, which is internal moisturizing, would help a lot with that. And I tell people to moisturize all the time, but I don't actually do it myself. The next question is, what way do you face in the shower? And it depends on what I'm doing in the shower, which side I'm trying to rinse off. Do you have any weird body skills? Both of my middle fingers are slightly double jointed, and it gives me the ability to do that, which I think a lot of people can probably do, but it makes it easier for me. Also, this thumb, I can pop in and out of place. I'm not going to do it right now because it hurts. It came from an injury I got in a car accident, and for a very long time, if I planted my hands on a table or a flat surface and pressed, my thumb would pop out of place, and that was less painful. I think for whatever reason, with time, the injury to the joint has healed a bit, and that's why it hurts now when I do it. The next question is, what is your favorite comfort food that is bad for you, but you love it anyway? I'm going to go one with biscuits and gravy, with either French fries or fried potatoes, and fried eggs, with runny yolks, and also pretty much anything with cheese and sweet stuff. Let's see. The next question is, what is a phrase or exclamation you always say? I drop a lot of F-bombs. And the last question is, what do you wear to sleep? And it strongly depends on how I'm feeling and what time of year it is. I typically wear less to sleep in the summer, but it depends on how cold the house is or whatever. I might wear socks. In the winter, I almost always sleep with socks and pants and a shirt and a heavy blanket because I get cold and then I get hot, and so I kick it off, and then I I go back and forth. But yeah, it mostly just depends on what time of year it is and the situation I'm in. So that was the final question. This is a tag video, but I'm not going to tag anybody specifically. Let's see what's a weird way I can tag this. If you watch this video and you own a pet, then I tag you. So that being said, remember to be strong, smile when you can, and always take care of yourself. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and follow me on all my social media. It will be linked down below.